right, guys, obviously I am ToneyBoi. This is season 2 of Outside Influence. Shout out to the Buffalo Center of Arts and Technology for having us here. Shout outs to M&T Bank. Shout out to UB Arts Collaboratory for helping us get this opportunity.
Art dealer.
Camo Monks on the DJ. And today we have a really special guest. He's a Buffalo legend. Been all around the world doing rap, poetry, just being a pillar of our community. We have Quadir Lateef, and I look at this guy like a big brother, so thank you for being here, man.
No, thanks for having me, man. For real, it's a beautiful space to be in.
Word. So, how did you get into music? What was your first start in the music?
My first start in music was, I'm gonna tell my age a little bit, but I jumped on a project with Upstate.
Oh yeah.
Kool Taj. It was Kool Taj. It was like Slice. It was just like 6 dudes from Upstate, and they was doing a mixtape. And I was writing. My brother and my cousin had a group called Sunni Tribe.
Okay.
And they was like, you know, part of Upstate with them in that you know, bubble. So I was just going to the shows, watching my brother perform, and my cousin perform, and then just watching Upstate. And I was younger, you know what I mean? So I was watching them get it in, like, and shout out Sunni Tribe, shout out Upstate. Upstate is probably like one of the illest unknown or put on crews I ever heard in my life. Shout out Upstate, the whole clique, everybody. Before Wu-Tang, there was Wu-Tang. Everybody had their own personality, own style. I'm happy that I was able to come up under that tutelage, you know, of MCs. You know what I'm saying? Malek, Slice. People see Malek chefing, but he one of the illest, you know what I'm saying, lyrically out here, man, like, for real, like so many dope MCs, but I came up watching them, and I started writing a little bit, you know, so one day they was going in the studio to record this mixtape, and I was with my brother and my brother-in-law, Kool Taj the Great.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Kool Taj.
Shout out Kool Taj the Great, another legend. And I said, yo, I got something.
Yeah.
And they was like, what? Like, you got something, Q? They called me Q Boogie at the time. Q Boogie, AKA the poet. And I was like, yeah, I got something. And I just blacked out. I just blacked out,
Was it
bro.
a freestyle? Was it a written?
It was written. I was writing, but I was just like writing to myself and to my brother.
Yeah.
So when I spit the verse on the joint, they just say, yo, and I had verses, like I was ready. So they was like, they put me all over the joint. So, you know, Upstate Click gave me my first, you know, my first shot, like really at being in the studio recording. And we did the mixtape. I think Kool Taj, he got the joint still. That'd be dope if we could get that. And man, after that, you know, I was like, wow, like I could rap, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my first introduction to like hip hop studio recording and getting it in.
Next question. You talked about the guys that put you on and put you into the culture. Who were some of your influences as MCs, producers, or like just even as people in your life?
Like influences and like just associates.
Yeah, just as far as like your style of music, what gravitated?
You know, I come from the era, man, the hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I come from like, you know, rap when rapping really meant something. Not like followers, not hits, not numbers.
It's about what you said.
It's about what you like. It's you had to be able to rap and sound like yourself.
Right.
If you could not rap or sound like yourself, you were done. And that came in that era You know, where like people like Black Thought, The Roots, you know what I'm saying?
Real rap.
Beanie Siegel. I was just listening to the Dynasty.
Ooh, classic album.
Classics. Yo, on the low, man, Memphis Bleak. Yo, Memphis Bleak was raw on the low on that album.
He
man.
definitely got off on that album.
His albums, like his joints, personal joints, I wouldn't really go to, but he was getting off on that. But like Memphis Bleak on the Dynasty. I mean, artists like the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like
name all 7 members of the Wu.
Name all 7 members.
Let's see.
The Jizza, the RZA, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, You God, Ghostface, and MATHOD.
Man,
here I am. Okay,
I had a little fun with that.
If I ain't know that, bro, yo, you could have really ruined my career right now, just now, if I ain't know that. I say the wrong answer to that, man. They're not messing with me no more. They're like, yo, we done with this. And let me see, like, you know, you got like a lot of MCs that's not really super, like, you know, like Upstate. What's the name? Gutter the Rebel.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
He had like, man, Slice, Millette, Gutter the Rebel, my brother El Cubalon, Mental Torture, man.
Mental Torture.
You know what I'm saying? Little Boy Peep. It was just like Upstate really, like, I always shout them out so far as, you know, hip hop in Buffalo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was the first, like, you know, for me watching rappers like that I knew. And I was ill, you know. So like that whole clique, Ciroc out of Atlanta, of course, you know, Benny, Conway, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Griselda.
Them boys is like...
He was Cannon back in the day.
Cannon and 2 Chainz.
And 2 Chainz Benny, man.
2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Before Benny was the Butcher and ToneyBoi was 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about back then.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
But like I said, it's just so many MCs, man, like in Buffalo, like, you know, that I was able to watch and look at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And take Kool Taj the Great, Dave Slick, man. These dudes, they like Dave Slick in Atlanta somewhere, but like all the, you know, some of them, the founders, I feel like,
yeah.
You know, I don't say founders, but like, you know, people, legends, and people who really laid down the foundation in their era.
Yeah, especially in Buffalo, like a lot of people don't know those names.
Right.
People just think that it started, you know, 10 years ago, and in Buffalo, this guy popping with Griselda.
People think this stuff happened overnight, man. This stuff is. I was talking to Corey, man, the Camouflage Monk. I'm like, he was producing. I'm talking about like,
right.
How many years,
PlayStation
bro? What is that?
MTV generator.
10?
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake, man. You already know what it is, man. Shouting out G5, GI, Buffalo's best, yeah.
And that was Drake's first tour. Just to give y'all some insight of where that drop came from. That was Drake's first tour. He did that, was it at Damon College, I believe? And that shows you how far we've been doing this.
Like people don't really understand, like when you get like, it's crazy. It's mostly other artists.
Yeah.
Like other artists who see that you got a buzz, they feel like it's just like they don't really know the background. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the background to your struggle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the money spent, the hours
spent, relationships folded, like leaving your kids for over a year. You know what I'm saying? Like. All that stuff is like, man, you are paying a price. You know what I'm saying? So when they come and they see that you buzzing now, and if they don't want to come correct, it's almost offensive. You be like, yo, bro, like, we was, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we was down the way, man, like, up in this dude hot ass attic, man.
Making hits though.
Trying to make hits, man, getting it in. So. Yeah, Buffalo, the foundation of itself, man. You know what I'm saying? Is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
All right, so we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the interview.
Yes, sir.
Outside influence. What are some of the things that you do outside of the studio to, to get yourself motivated or get yourself going every day?
It's like a duality, like two sides to that question, because like you got me when I'm in full music mode.
Right.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm touring, when I'm in full music mode, and I'm big on like having a lot of lyrics. So I practice all my raps.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll just sit and I'll just like rap for like an hour of going through all my verses. Because, we'll go to the Shade 45 or we'll go, like, you never know, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be ready.
You never know.
Right.
You never know, and you don't want to go up there and look stupid. For real. Like, you got your shot. You will look stupid if you don't.
And that'll affect your career.
And that will affect your career, because like now people looking at you, you know what I'm saying? So like it's like playing ball. It's like, man, you gotta practice and be prepared. So a lot of prep, you know what I'm saying, preparation. Even when you're working out, rapping while you're working out.
Yeah. Because
when you're touring, you're busy, you're on stage, it's a big stage. Sometimes, I've been on some stages that were huge.
Yeah.
25,000 people. And you gotta be able to work the crowd. So unfortunately, like, I ain't Jay-Z. I can't just stand in the middle of the
it's your boy.
I can't do that. I gotta, I'm trying to, cement myself in hip hop. So I gotta give them a show.
Right.
So you gotta be able to like keep your breath and perform. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then on top of being nervous, on top of that, you lose your breath just because you're nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like so it's just a lot of preparation when you really doing it on a wider scale. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side, when you just chilling and you just, you know what I'm saying, you listening to a lot of music. I listen to like a lot of my old music.
Yeah.
Because I always want to like see where I am and then see where I'm where I want to go and where I was. So you want growth in your music.
Mm-hmm. You want growth as a human being.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully like that will reflect in your music where you are, if you're in a relationship, if you're in love, if you like F love, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're just being a thought. I mean, all that is reflective in what you say, and how you present it.
Right.
So like that's just like practice mode, getting ready to tour, getting ready to go on the road, and then it's like listening to like music, your creative side, listening to new artists, listening to beats, freestyling a lot. I love freestyling. I freestyle a lot.
Sure do.
I used to freestyle. For an hour straight every day in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was out in Texas. And then when I went to Howard University, I was like performing so much, like at open mics and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like open mics, that's big for artists, people who trying to get on, people who want to who want to become, full-time artists. You have to really perfect your craft. So like I was going to open mics every night in DC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, and at this time, like the open mics were in bars. So they really didn't care about who was on the mic. They was gonna be talking, drinking, and you had to go in there, and if you did not bring no fire, bro, like your whole performance would be talked over.
Right.
So me and my man was like, yo, listen, we used to have a bet, who can make the crowd be quiet for the longest, right? So who can make the bar be quiet? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was our bet. You know what I mean? And I would go in there and spit for like 15 minutes straight, and you could hear a pin drop. You know what I mean? Word. So that was like something that helped my performance to where once I got on stage and got in the ciphers and doing anything else, I was already prepared. Because I felt confident. We used to go to New York City and get on the train, the subway. And then the bet was like, if I said you got to spit, no matter what was going on, you got to stand up on the subway, pack, and you got to start rapping.
Word.
So we'd be sitting there and he'd be like, go.
That's kind of nerve-wracking.
No, for real.
Yeah.
But it prepared me and it gave me the confidence I needed because I paid my dues and I put the work in. And once you put the work in, it should reflect,
Right.
So that's another aspect of, preparing studio, preparing for shows, tours, and just being in creative mode.
Right, so just always preparation. Mm-hmm. So what do you see yourself doing 10, 15 years down the road with your brand, with your music?
I want to really my label 33 East. We're going to be like in the next year or so trying to find, artists, but different artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want people different. I want the message different because I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
A lot of people be like, yo, why you ain't did nothing with Griselda? Why you ain't do nothing with this? I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like that's they movement.
Yeah.
Griselda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything doesn't always have to.
Everybody I feel like I'm fronting if I go on you know what I'm saying? Unless we did something that was a bit more, socially conscious or whatever. But it's like, it's love. Like I love them boys. They love me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we see each other, we encourage each other, inspire each other. Westside always big me up. I big him up. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's like, you can't force. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta let the creative thing come together. And if it come together and we could do something, it's dope. But, I'm different. I'm more socially political, conscious. And I'm, you know what I'm saying, standing in my lane or where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, of whatever I stand for.
Right.
And messages may conflict or clash. So it has to be organic, you know what I mean? But the movement, like they built their movement and it's fire, raw.
Yeah.
And I built my movement, you know what I'm saying? And my joint's beautiful too. So I'm finding more people just like any other group. It's like Wu-Tang will find people who were like Wu-Tang.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Wu-Tang wasn't, trying to sign PM Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like two different vibes, Right. So I'm trying to find vibrations because vibrations are real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find vibrations that sync and that could create, awareness socially, you know what I mean, economically, mentally, and use music as a weapon to, to go against any social characteristics that the government or the industry or whoever put on us as black people.
Right.
As black people. So I always say like they give us what they want us to see and want us to have, and they quote it or coin it as successful. Like how come teachers don't make as much as NBA players? And they are really molding the minds.
Yeah, they're way more valuable.
Way more valuable. My mother taught for 30 years. And there's people to this day who like, man, your mother saved me, like, saved me. and she only made $40,000, $30,000, $40,000. You know what I'm saying? At that time, and she was molding a life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was molding a life, and they said the value of that is only $30,000 to how many kids? But if you could dribble a basketball,
we can give you $1 million.
we give you $1 million. So really, like, our heroes and our social activist leaders, like if you look at any other race, you don't see the entertainers be the leaders, you know, for in the European culture. The entertainers are not the activist social leaders. If you look at Asians, the entertainers are not the leaders, the social activist leaders.
Right.
You feel me? But with black culture, we don't put the value on the people like Cornel West, Michael Eric Dyson.
You had encounters with Cornel
Yes,
West,
sir.
too.
Yes, sir. You know, Tamika Mallory, and, you know, if you even going back to Fred Hampton and to Kwame Aturu and all these different, you know, Black Panther leaders, and just so many people that we don't, as a culture, hold them on the level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because it doesn't make money. It doesn't make money, and that's everything to people. Money, money, money. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like, yo, I can make money like this, or you could do whatever you want to make this money, and we will make excuses for you to do whatever you want to make this money. You know what I mean? So my thing is, I want to use people and them be successful. Just like when I got a deal, I got a deal, and I was political.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I was on the list. Like, the police pulled me over, and my name was on a freaking watch list.
The rap police. Watch out for them.
You feel me?
The real.
And it wasn't because I was like on Instagram with dope or nothing.
Right.
It was because I was speaking against a government, or speaking against a movement that was created to destroy black people.
Yeah.
So therefore, like, I wasn't flexing on the gram. Why is my name on the list? Because I was awakening people. And when I got my deal, I did not, like, I stayed in the root and the foundation of who my parents raised and who the community raised. And that's one thing I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
For real.
That's dope. So the last question of this interview, for the aspiring artists, for the young Quadir Lateef, for these people out here listening, what advice do you have for them to, you know, push their brand forward, push their lives forward? Just any good words of wisdom.
What advice do I have to push their brand forward to? First of all, believe in your brand. Right?
Right. 100%.
Like believe in your brand. Like when I sit with you, and I sit with Camouflage Monk and Jay Skis and everybody else, I could tell they believe in what they speak and what they say and what they present. You know, believe in your brand. Have a vision for your brand. Have a plan for your brand. Have a short-term goals and have long-term goals. Put your plan on paper. Look at your plan. Walk in your plan. Breathe in your plan. Live in your plan. Exist in your plan. Like, touch your plan. No homo. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, really, like, if this is what you want to do, if it's really what you want to do, money cannot be the main motivation.
Right.
It has to be deeper than.
It has to be a passion.
It has to be a passion, right?
Right.
Like, if you love your girl, when you kiss her, she feels the passion. If you don't love her or don't care, she can feel that. You know what I'm saying? So the passion, we can feel the passion, we can hear the passion, and be willing to make a sacrifice and not receive something so quick. Stop looking for something a turnover on your investment.
Instant gratification.
Instant.
That's what all people want nowadays.
Bro, like, man, I was doing shows, man. I was going out of town, not even getting paid, just so I could be on a roster on some of these shows, just so I can look like I'm doing something.
Right.
You feel me? But that turned into, I was talking to my son, and he's playing in a basketball tournament Sunday, and somebody asked him, they said, yo, what you gonna do? He was like, well, I'm gonna try to, kill them boys. I'm gonna try to, go in.
Yeah.
And I said, what? Hold on. I said, you're not gonna try. Stop
trying.
I said, he's young and he's growing. So if he wears a size 11, but he wears a size 12, he will grow into that size 12.
Right.
Right? So I said, put some extra room into your words. So some room that you can grow into what you are speaking.
Right.
You have to grow into it. You need room in your words, just like a growing kid needs room in his clothes. You need room to grow. So when you speak, you are speaking, and even though you may not see your goal, or you may not see the product of what you're doing, you are speaking it as if you really do see it.
Right.
Right? So put some extra room into your words and give your words room to grow. Believe in your goals, make a plan, respect the process of the plan, respect the process. Stop acting like you on just because you did 2 or 3 things, and act like you not on and do 100 things to make yourself better.
It'll work out better in the long run.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it, beloved.
That's it. Well, thank you again, Q
No
Boogie,
doubt, man. I appreciate
coming
y'all.
out, man. Shout outs to Arts Collaboratory, UB, M&T Bank, Buffalo Center of Arts and Technology. Shout out to Alex and Nadi's. You give me the peace sign. My mother's out there. Say hi to my mom.
Peace, Mom.
Camo, man, play some joints for them. We got Jay Skis. He about to do some live action painting. So y'all stick around, buy some merch. We appreciate y'all. Art Dealer.
One.